Alrighty guys, welcome back to Chapter 5E. This is level 3 question starting with number 8. We are looking for a company that has 5 times as many juniors as it's got seniors. Seniors paid 800, juniors 600, and the total weekly wage is 57,000, sorry. First equation we need to set up is that the amount of junior workers is 5 times the amount of senior workers, so J equals 5 times S. Our other equation is that the $800 and the $600. So 800 times the amount of seniors plus 600 times the amount of juniors will give you your 57,000 for our total weekly expense at this particular company. Look at that, got 2 equations. What could we possibly do with 2 equations? Well, considering this is a chapter called simultaneous equations, I'm going to suggest that we, sub 1 into 2. There we go. First one is our 1, second one's our 2. Take that J equals 5 times S, throw him in where J is, we end up with 800 times S plus 600 times, let's put some brackets in, love some brackets, 5 times S equals 57,000. Expand our brackets out there, and 600 times 5, I'm sure you all know is 3,000. So we end up with 800 S's plus 3,000 S's equals 57,000. The crowd goes wild. Alrighty, 800 plus 3,000 equals 57,000. Sorry for the color change, guys. Just changing it up for a little bit of fun, I guess. I don't know. We're just going to add them together and then divide both sides by that 3,800. Getting S on its own, we then end up with S is 15. Of course, we're not done yet. We do need to know how many juniors we've got. We've got how many seniors. I'm just going to sub him back into our original equation 1, which was, of course, J equals 5 times S. So that S is that S equals 15. So throw that number in, we've got J equals 5 times 15, which I'm sure you all know is 75. Still not quite done. This question has actually asked for us to have a worded answer. I know, how crazy. It happens. So all you've got to do is write it into words so that you can show that you actually know what these crazy numbers mean. The company has 15 senior and 75 junior workers. Shock, horror, applause, etc. And moving on to our next question. Alrighty, number 9. Cinema's got 2,340 seats. Rows are in 50s or 45s, 3 times as many with 50 as there are with 45 total rows. We need our equations first, of course. So let's have a look-see. We've got a bunch of different numbers in here that we're going to need. Let's see, 2,340 seats all up. And we've got the amount of rows with 50 seats times the 50 for that many seats, and the amount of rows with 45 seats times that 45, so that we can end up with the total. That's our first equation. Our other one, we're looking at rows with 50 seats, which we just called X. There should be 3 times as many of them as rows with 45, which we called Y in that first one, which means that our X should equal 3 times Y. X is 3 times Y. X is a row with 50, Y is a row with 45, for anyone who lost that somewhere in there. I know, I get confused myself by my own talking. Who doesn't love a good circle? Numbering our equations just so it's easier to tell us what's going on. I'm going to sub 2 into 1 just because 2 is an easier equation. So wherever there was an X, we're now going to put in 3 times Y. So, get a better colour, 2,340 equals 50, not X, but 3 times Y. Yeah, there he is, 3 times. Alrighty, plus 45Y. Expand it out, 50 times 3 is equals 150. You'll eventually have to add that 150 and that 45 because they're both lots of Y. So 2,340 equals 195 Ys. And guess, oh, I know, you guessed it, you totally did. I saw it in your eyes looking at the computer screen. We're going to divide both sides by 195. Oh, it tells us how many Ys there are. Y is, of course, how many rows with 45 seats. And I'm sure you used a calculator. I sure did. There are 12 of them, by the way. What do we do when we know that? We sub it back into an equation. I'm going to sub it into one of the, I'm going to choose 2 just because, again, equation 2 was just easier. So X was 3 lots of Y. All we're going to be doing is timesing that 12 by 3. Use a calculator if you're going to get stuck, but otherwise it is 36. Trust yourself, occasionally. Again, we need a word. Our lovely 3 little dots in a triangle is therefore. There are 36 rows of, you guessed it, 50. And 12 rows of 45. Woo! Life's exciting. Look at maths. Who doesn't love maths? Alrighty, last one of our level 3 questions for this section of the textbook. We have a birthday party. Oh my gosh. 20 people ordering desserts. There's chocolate or strawberry. This is so exciting. There's 4 times as many chocolate orders as strawberry orders. OMG. Like, who thought? We want to know how many chocolates and how many strawberries were ordered? Like, that's probably really good for catering options. Let's find out. The 20 chocolate and strawberry, I'm going to call chocolate C and strawberry S, because that's what the words start with. 20 equals C plus S. Now, there were 4 times as many chocolates as there were strawberries, which means that chocolate is 4 times strawberry. So C equals 4 times S. Again, numbering the equations just so we remember which ones we're talking about, and we're going to sub 1 into 2. Well, 2 into 1, 1 into 2, doesn't really matter. Just sub them in. Chuck in our C equals 4 S's, so 20 is 4 S's plus S, which is 5S. Divide both sides by 5 gives us S is 4. There's 4 strawberries. I know, chocolate is 4 times 4. There's 16 chocolates. What? Where? How? All right, maths. I just remembered. Therefore, 16 people ordered chocolate and 4 people ordered strawberry. Oh, what a fun party. Who doesn't love ice cream? No, seriously, who doesn't love ice cream? You can hate ice cream if you want. I don't particularly mind. Do have a lovely day, and I'll catch you in the next one.